Hofbrau House, Urhell.
And remember, life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got a bit of a special one here today, and it is from the Hofbrau House from Freising, which is in Germany, just north of Munich, if I remember correctly from the map. And it has nothing to do with the Hofbrau Brewery in Munich, as far as I know. That's one myth that I've been asked about quite a few times from subscribers when I've been reviewing Hofbrau beer. They've always sent me photos of this stuff. Could never get it over here. I thought it was going to be one of them long lost beers that I'm never going to try unless I go out to Germany. But apparently, Beers of Europe are doing this, and they've got quite a few of their beers. So if you haven't got on there now to Beers of Europe, get on there now, because they may still have some left. But this is their Urhell, or lager, if you like. U-R. It means it's like, how can I put it? It's very difficult to translate to English, but it just means hour. So if you can imagine like a house beer that they specialise in, this is, you know, that's what Urhell means. You may see Urweiss, Erding. I know Erdinger do an Urweiss. I'm not going to fucking try that because I fucking don't like Erdinger beer. It's the pinnacle of a German bag ladies period, Erdinger beer. Avoid it if you can. But you'll see like out, and it basically means the pure unadulterated version of the beer, which is what this is. And of course it is a lager, being a Urhell, if you know what I mean. And it's a very small brewery. It's owned by a count now, not one of them, a count as in German count. And it's one of them beers that is very local.
This is a local shop for local people. There's nothing for you here.
To the region. And the Hofbrau House, that's what it actually looks like if you look on there. And it's independent. It's a family-run brewery, as far as I know. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I know, it is. And it's got the geographical protected status from the EU. So there you go. This is the Hofbrau lager beer.
Now I notice this is an alcoholic lager beer.
Let's get it home. Let's see what's going on. Right, before I get it open, let's just take a look at what it's all about. Now, this is a lager. It is 4.9%. It is a 500ml bottle. It's from Bavaria. It is a Hell, or Helles if you like. There is the cap. Can you see that? That differs from the Hofbrau. I want to make that clear that this is not the Hofbrau Munich brewery. Even though they're in Bavaria, they are not inside the city limits of Munich. They are sort of to the northeast. If you could imagine Tottenham from the centre of London, this is where they are. Let's get it open. Let's see what's going on. Right, here is the cap. There you go. One for the collection. Knock the guitar amp over. Let's get in the glass, see what's going on. Now, I literally know nothing about this beer. All I know it's from Bavaria, and it's not the Hofbrau Brewery. Now, of course, the Hofbrau Brewery are superb. The ones from Munich. I'm sure this lot are fed up hearing the name of that, but if you're going to call yourself Hofbrau, you've got to expect that. What we got on the nose? They've been going since 1160, believe it or not. And they're from the same region that Weihenstephan are from. So, you know, they have got a little bit of a tradition going on there. Wow, some very nice aromas coming from there. A little bit of sulphur. I don't know whether I should let this calm down a little bit, but there's sulphur on there that I sort of got from the Tuka Brewery, and maybe I should have done my research a little bit more, but that seems to be a trait from the Tuka Brewery. They're from Nuremberg, which is not the same region as Weihenstephan, or the region of Bavaria where this lot are from. Freising, I think it's called. Well, it is. It's on the label on the front of the bottle. Smells a little bit sulphurous, so I thought that would have died down a little bit, but it's reminding me of the stuff that the Tuka Brewery do. I'm just hoping it's not in any way connected with them. I must admit, I didn't really do too much research. I couldn't find too much about the history. I tried looking on the website, really not much. But there you go. It looks like a very nice German Helles. 1.5 finger white head, straw colour, lots of carbonation. Earthy, bit sulphurous, grass. That's what I'm getting. Actually smells more like a Pilsner than a Helles, but proof is in the tasting. And as I always say, the best beer is an open beer. Let's get it tasted. Actually not bad. Oh, very nice. Lovely finish on that. That creeps up on you, that finish. Nice, almost biscuit, but it's the bready type malt. Toast, if you like. It's what it's like. It's like a white bread or toast finish on it. But there's a fair bit of hop character on this too. And when I say hop character, I mean black pepper spice. So there's a little bit of bitterness on the finish on here. That's not bad actually. Very clean drinking. 4.9%. Dangerously sessionable. Now, I thought this being an Urhell, it would have been perhaps not as filtered as much, but it is. That's super clear. And do you know what? I really should look up the meaning of that. I thought the prefix of UR meant like what their flagship beer was, maybe something like that. And it could well be. I've seen it on quite a few German brews. Weiss, Alt from Bolton, which was a really nice, cloudy, unfiltered Alt beer. But I think it means either their flagship beer or what they're most proud of. I don't know, I could be wrong here. I really should research that. If any one of you German subscribers can clear that up for me. I think I'm in the sort of region, I could be wrong, but it's either what they are most proud of or their flagship beer. But I could be wrong, so please enlighten me. I'm always open to learning new stuff about beer, especially from our German, Belgian, and not French. I haven't got a problem with the French. It may sound like I have, but to be honest, yeah, you do decent wine. I don't drink wine. I hate it. I hate everything about wine. That's probably why I'm having a go at you. But I've been to France. I love the people, love the food. But your fucking beer, you need to sort that out. Don't fucking lecture us on food when you can't brew a decent pint. And relax. But I will say, saw off Brighton, give it to the French. I used to say saw off South London. South London, you've got a reprieve now. Saw off Brighton, give it to the French. There you go. Anyway, on with the beer. Very nice lager. Very clean tasting. No horrible aftertaste, it just goes down so nice. A very nice session lager, I have to say. And as I said before, the label has confused quite a few people. They think this is Hofbrau from Munich. It's not. It's different. They just have the same name. And I have to say, anything with the word Hofbrau on, you're not going to go wrong, because this stuff is really nice. Now, I don't think it compares to the stuff that the Hofbrau Brewery from Munich are doing, but I'll tell you something, this isn't bad at all. It's very nice, very clean. It lacks the character of the Hofbrau stuff. It hasn't got the big finish on it, but it has got quite a decent finish on it, but it's not as big as and characteristic as the Hofbrau Helles. But it's good. There's no nasties in here at all. This is a nice, just a good solid session German Helles. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, I could see myself drinking quite a lot of that, because it's very easy drinking. There's no well, there is flavour, don't get me wrong, but they're not massive. It's not one of them ones where you'd sit and, you know, debate the flavours and whatnot. This is just one that, you know, if you was out with a few mates in Bavaria, you know, I'm conjuring up these images in my head, in Freising, and you ordered this, you'd just be chugging and chugging and chugging, to call an American phrase. And it's really good. This would actually be very agreeable with your average British lager drinker. I know that for a fact. They wouldn't bat an eyelid. They would just drink this. And why people are drinking fucking Budweiser instead of stuff like this, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it looks the same, but fucking definitely doesn't taste the same. No, it's really good. That is really nice. I'm really impressed with it, just for its drinkability. There is some flavour there, but they're not massive. But for a session lager, that's not really what you want. You just want reasonably nice flavours, but you want the drinkability, and that has got it. And when I say drinkability, I mean nice mouthfeel, no nasties, just something that slips down really easily, and that has got it in fucking spades. So what's the verdict on Hofbrau Urhell? I'm really impressed. This is a really nice beer. Now, don't get me wrong, it hasn't got the flavours of some of the Munich breweries, you know, especially the Hofbrau, which I've been comparing it to, simply for the fact that it's got the same name. Well, half of the same name. But it tastes really good. And when I say it tastes really good, I don't mean it's got massive flavour. I mean it's got the drinkability of a really good session beer. Now, if I saw this and I knew I was on for a heavy night, and it was a choice between, I don't know, the Hacker-Shaw Münchner Gold, which is an absolutely outstanding beer, I'd obviously start with a few of them. And I'd probably end up drinking this, because this is a slightly lower. I think the Hacker-Shaw Münchner Gold is 5.5, this is 4.9. I'm saying this relatively sober. When I've had a few beers, you know, fuck knows what could happen. I might end up drinking a fucking bottle of schnapps or something. But this is really. But the point is, this is a really good session beer, and I like what they're trying to do with it. This is one for, you know, for the Steins. Really good. I'm going to give that an absolutely solid 8.5 out of 10. It's available on Beers of Europe now. I suggest you get some sharpish, because once people start drinking this, they are going to absolutely love it. Obviously, it's not as good as the top stuff like the Löwenbräu and the Augustiner Helles, but it is a very, very sessionable beer. Now, I can't remember the price, but I think it was about £2, just over £2. I would suggest buying this in bulk, and in this lockdown, if you want an absolutely superb beer that's not going to touch the sides, and you don't want to drink Budweiser, you want something with a bit more character, this is just the ticket. So yeah, as far as sessionability goes, is that even a word? This is an absolutely solid beer. 8.5. Mate, no, do you know what? I should give this a 9 out of 10 for its drinkability. Yeah, that's going to get a 9 out of 10. I think 9 out of 10, definitely recommended. I've got some more in beers in the fridge as well, so stay tuned for them. 9 out of 10, recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.